Hello, today we will practice the shadowing technique. Shadowing is a method of learning English where you repeat words and phrases immediately after the speaker. You copy the rhythm, the intonation, and the pronunciation. This helps you sound more natural and confident. The story today is called Christmas Lights on the Old Street. This story is filled with gentle Christmas feelings and a warm holiday atmosphere. All the sentences are short and simple, making them perfect for shadowing practice. Listen carefully and repeat after me. Liam lived on Old Birch Street. It was a small, quiet neighborhood. The houses were close together. Most of them were old. Their paint was cracked. Their fences leaned a little. But the people there were kind. And every Christmas, the street looked magical. Not this year. This year, everything felt different. The town had no money for decorations. No city lights. No wreaths on the lampposts. No Christmas tree in the square. The mayor said, "We must save money." People understood, but they felt sad. Old Birch Street stayed dark. It stayed quiet. It stayed cold. Liam walked home from school one day. He looked at the empty street. Silence filled the whole place. The usual warmth was missing. The sparkle, the glow, the Christmas feeling, none of it was there. Images of last year came back to him. Bright lights, loud laughter. And friendly neighbors wishing each other well. Now everyone stayed inside. Everyone felt tired. Everyone felt disconnected. That evening, snow fell softly. Liam sat by his window. He watched the snowflakes. He felt something in his chest. A little push. He whispered, "Maybe I can change something." Liam went to the garage. He searched for old boxes. Liam opened them one by one. He found tangled wires. Broken bulbs. Dusty decorations. And one long string of lights. He plugged them in. Some bulbs blinked. Some glowed. Some stayed dark. "It's not perfect," he said. "But it's something." The next morning, Liam went outside. He hung the lights around his window. Then he decorated the small gate. He worked slowly, carefully, thoughtfully. People walked by. They looked and smiled a little. They didn't say anything. But Liam saw a change in their eyes. Mrs. Green, his elderly neighbor, stepped outside. She wore a warm scarf and fuzzy slippers. She looked at Liam's lights. "Oh," she said softly. "How wonderful." She disappeared for a moment. Then she came back with a dusty box. "These belong to my husband," she said. He loved Christmas lights. "Maybe you can use them." Liam opened the box. Inside were old glass ornaments. There was also a small hand-carved wooden star. "Thank you," Liam said. His voice shook a little. Soon, another neighbor came out. Then another and another. Mr. Evans brought a ladder. "It's a good day for fixing things," he said. Two kids brought ribbons. They shouted, "Mom said we can help." A young woman brought warm muffins. She smiled shyly. "It's not decorations," she said. "But maybe this helps." Even Mr. Doyle came out. He was the grumpiest man on the street. He rarely smiled or talked. But today, he carried a giant red wreath. He placed it on his door. He touched it gently. "It was my wife's," he said. "She loved Christmas." Then he nodded at Liam. "Good job, boy." Liam felt something warm in his chest. Something bright. The street began to change. Bit by bit, light by light. Ribbon by ribbon. People worked together. Snow kept falling. But no one went inside. The cold didn't matter. The time didn't matter. The work felt joyful. Mr. Evans climbed the lamppost. He fixed lights around it. The children wrapped a tree with golden ribbons. Two neighbors hung stars across the street. A teenager played soft music from a speaker. Slowly, the whole street came alive. It grew brighter, warmer, and more magical. Even the sky looked different. It looked softer. At sunset, all the neighbors gathered. They stood together in the snow. Their cheeks were red. Their hands were cold. But their hearts felt warm. Liam held the extension cord. He looked around. Nervous energy rushed through him. Excitement followed right after. And beneath it all, a quiet pride grew. "Ready?" he asked. Everyone nodded. Liam plugged in the lights. The street lit up instantly. Lights of gold, red, and blue lit up all at once. People gasped as the lights appeared. Children cheered and jumped around. Adults smiled warmly at each other. Neighbors hugged and took photos. Old Birch Street shone like a fairy tale scene. It looked warm, bright, and alive. Mrs. Green looked around with joy. "This is beautiful," she said. Mr. Doyle whispered softly, "She would have loved this." Kids danced in the falling snow. Teenagers laughed and tossed snowflakes. Adults shared simple, happy smiles. And Liam felt his heart grow with pride. He saw how one small idea could spread. That night, the street glowed brighter than ever. Everyone knew that Christmas came from them. From their kindness, their effort, and their light. Stories like this show that sometimes magic begins with one small step. One little idea. One brave person. And then light spreads from house to house. From heart to heart. I have to admit, I really love Christmas decorations, and I'm a big fan of Christmas. But for some reason this year, I haven't felt the Christmas spirit yet. What about you? How are you feeling about Christmas this year? Also, if you want to improve your English even more, I'd recommend listening to this story one more time. Repeat each sentence out loud. It really helps with rhythm, fluency, and pronunciation. And if you want even more daily practice, I post a short English test in the community every day. If you get something wrong, I always explain the correct answer. So you can learn and practice in a simple, fun way. If you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Thank you so much for practicing English with me today. I'll see you in the next story.